I left Carolina when I was 3 years old and went to the South Bronx.
Oh, wow.
And I was raised in the greater New York area. Went into the military in 1958, and I came to Houston at, was it 69 to 70 at Ellington Field. I was one of the first people in the military selected as social actions advisors to deal with race relations, drug alcohol abuse, and affirmative action. That hooked me up with Judson Robinson, who was the first black city councilman. He became a mentor to me. I exited the military in '73, went to work with the Community Action Program, directing programs in Baytown, LaPorte, and I've been here ever since doing something in social services. So I've been doing this 50 years. This is the oldest King Center in the United States. It was named Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center on April 4th, 1968, the night of his demise. And so my feeling was that if they wanted to tear down the building in the Third Ward, I knew some other buildings that would fit the bill much greater than this building. We worked with the board of directors of the Martin Luther King Center to prevent the white developers from getting this land. They wanted it. They offered me a lot of money to buy it, and they hold the paperwork. And I told them I wasn't for sale. You know, some very, very wealthy people, you know, billionaires, fight off the wolves. Because, you know, I sincerely believe that what land black people still owns, we need to continue to own it. Whatever we got to do to hold on to the land. I got 6 acres in South Carolina that I'm holding on to. You know, I mean, I could sell it, I guess, or have the family sell it and buy a nice little rowboat or something to play with over the weekend. But the heritage would be gone. I keep it open. I'm the doorkeeper. I'm nearly 80 years old. Obviously, I'm not out there shooting basketball with the boys and stuff like that. But I maintain the facility as an all-volunteer, not-for-profit organization that any person that's interested in the welfare of children that look like us, if they're interested in ministering to the mothers and the fathers of these children, then they have a venue here they can get for nothing. We don't charge anybody. Well, you know that. We don't charge. I believe that the greatest time of the American Negro was between the time they brought us here, the 16th and 17th century, until 1965. We were a great people. We were held in bondage under the most extreme conditions. We weren't even considered human beings. We were chattel property, just like dogs, cats, cows, horses. We weren't even considered human, yet we survived. They gave us limited freedom at the time of the emancipation, and from emancipation, the first 40 or 50 years of emancipation, we developed colleges, we built cities, we built a strong political system where we had as many people. We had people actually serving in Washington, D.C. in Congress. You know, until the ongoing of the Jim Crow era, you know, the KKK and all that, you know. But even then, we survived. We survived. History is going to say that period of time between the time we were brought here as chattel property and released in the 1860s and signed up for what some of the leaders believe was the Civil Rights Act of 1965. We accomplished more in that period than the black men in America has accomplished between 1965 and now. Because we were took. We were took. We thought that we were fighting for the the emancipation and the liberty of the black man, when in fact we're actually fighting for the emancipation and the liberty of the white woman. Because in that same law, they gave the woman the same civil rights affirmative action type thing as they gave to the black man. Well, I didn't flunk math. You know, we represented 11% of the population. She represented 51% of the population, which means that there was only 1% of the pie left for us to play. And so we've given away more since 1965 than we gained in all those 3 or 4 centuries before. It's time for us to turn that around. So that's why I stay here. I don't seek federal monies to do anything. Because if I seek federal monies to do something, then I'm yoking myself to my master. He's going to tell me what to do. So I listen, you know, well, you know that. I don't, you know, people say he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy, no. I'm not crazy. I want to be able to do here what God tells me to do without the interference of the United States government. People come against me, try to get me out of here, and they go to the Congress people, they go to City Hall, they go to all these politicians, and they don't say, well, we can't do anything too because we don't fund them. This is where all of black America needs to be. If you're not independent, you are not free. If you're yoked to somebody because they're paying your bills or whatever the case may be, then you're not free. I refuse to be anybody's slave. I'm a free, you know, my website says it's freedman. I'm a freedman. And I'm trying to encourage younger people.